है तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। Om salutations to Bhagavan Vyasa, Vidura ji, and all the gurus who are relentlessly working to evolve every jiva to the higher dimensions of life or consciousness. Vidura Bhagavan also is teaching us the values when practiced individual total. Both of them are benefited, both of them evolve, both of them grow. The practice of values is a choiceless choice. There is a choice you can't do, you need not do, but we will never grow in life. Therefore, if we want to grow, then that has to be chosen. Therefore, it's a choiceless choice. So far, we choose not to know or practice them. Now we have to choose them choicelessly and practice. Then we evolve. Otherwise, left to ourselves, erratic will be our life. No discipline, no proper growth, no substantial way of living is about that. Okay. Yesterday we saw the one who controls the vega of the krodha and harsha, and also one who is not diluted when there is an apada. Such is the one who becomes successful in all activities. Today we are talking about the five bala strengths. When we have them, then we can accomplish the things. What is that mantra first? Balam panchavidham nityam purushanam nibodhame yattu bahu balam sam nama kanishtham balamuchyate amatyalabho bhadram te dvitiyam balamuchyate trutiyam dhanalabham tu balamahurmanishinah yatvasya sajam rajan pitrupaitamaham balam abhijatabalam nama तच्चतुर्थं बलं स्मृतं येन त्वेतानि सर्वाणि सङ्गृहीतानि भारत यद्बलानां बलं श्रेष्ठं तत्प्रज्ञाबलमुच्यते. Beautiful. Four slokas in one go. So, many bodha. Please learn from me. I am telling you, listen. Achitara. Vidura is telling Dhritarashtra. What is that? Balam panchavidham purushanam nityam. The always helpful balas are five. Therefore, always you should try to become strong in these five strengths. Five are the strengths. So, among that, yattu bahubalam nama, the physical bala, kanishtam balam uchyate, is the very lowest bala. Required. Among the five is the lowest. But it is required. Bahubala, you do a lot of physical works, etc. So when it is said Nityam Pancha Balanam, Panchavidam Balam Nityam Purushanam, Bahubala also, depending on our age, always we must try to possess. Bahubalam can be said as the entire body, its health, its energy levels, etc. Bahubala is the ability to work. Kam karna, okay? Shakti, Kshamata. This is what? Bahubala. Throughout life, we have to maintain our body's energy level so that the works, duties are done, sadhanas also are done without the problem. Everyone, and more especially to spiritual persons, because they have to do deeper sadhana. The body is not cooperating, they can't do it. Prarabdha, you can't avoid it, but when we are careful in our food and all other things, to a great extent we can avoid the diseases, etc. So bala means health as well as strength, physical. It is the last one. Sequence mein kanishtam. Okay, then what is the then second one then? If this is the fifth one, what is the fourth one? Amatyalabho bhadram te dvitiyam balamuchyate. The second strength is amatyalabha, obtaining the ministers. This is for the king. we can translate and understand it in our own life also in the same way. तो राजा का कनिष्ठ बल होता है बाहुबलम. उसके बाद लिटिल इंपॉर्टेंट बल इज अमात्य बलम. Amatya include all the Sainya, Mantrigana give timely advice, etc., and then execute our plans. And the Sainyam, etc., are the ones through the Mantri executes. Therefore, Amatya Bal. So it's a big subject. थोड़ा सा समझ लो कि loyal ministers, honest ministers, those are committed, hardworking, and who are fully understanding the given work. Such ministers, if they are there, then that PM or CM is a lucky one to do all he wants to do. Hmm. Like in this present government, central level, all the amatyas, how much help they do to PM, I don't know, but at least they don't obstruct or go against. In the last 8 years, we have not seen many people within revolt. Because they were intelligent to remove the revolting people in beginning only. वो तो फिर अलग political दिमाग है. What we see in the news is absolutely different from what is behind. That's called politics. ये आप सब जानते हो मेरे से ज़्यादा. So, managing the goodwill with the ministers by taking them into confidence and getting those people into the ministry who are really honest and loyal. Very good it is. Amatya Balo. Yesterday I was seeing the Vice President's last speech. Hmm. And before that, what PM spoke about him, others. Those nice emotions, nice. What I like was he gave suggestions. Ki Parliament should be like Parliament only. Ours is the upper wala, upper sabha is the ours. हाँ, तो quorum maintain करो, dignity maintain करो, all that he gave. Extended all gratitudes and all. And those people who spoke very good about him, अच्छा था पूरा. Even PM spoke. Uh-huh. He said the 5 words. Uh, listened, not questioned. A very good thing he said. I didn't remember those words. You are heard, you are revered, you are observed, not contradicted. As a VP, that's what he was saying. Anyway, so Amatya Balam, we should have always people who give us good ideas, suggestions, and same time execute the ideas which we have, especially as a king. तो हमारे लिए भी 4-5 लोग होना है अपने नीचे. द PAPSR, द अमात्य फॉर एवरीबॉडी. तो घरों में जो सर्वेंट्स वगैरह होते हैं, दे कैन बी अमात्य. Who can do what you say, who can suggest sometime. Because they go to markets, they know कौन सी चीज़ कॉस्टली है, कौन सी चीज़ ताज़ा है. हम वो लेंगे वो साहब, ही विल टेल लाइक एन अमात्य. सो अमात्य लाभो भद्रम थे द्वितीयम बलम उच्यते. Bhadramta especially uses ki I request, I pray you have a good ministers who don't misguide you. Now you take suggestion only of your son. You take only that of this Dushasana or this Shakuni, all that. Third one, Trutiyam Dhanalavam tu Balamahur Manishina. Inevitably, in the third comes the money as a strength. Is it not? All the rich countries are arrogant because their richness only. And then they are able to accomplish many things. आप poverty में है देश देखो श्रीलंका and all. They should learn from Japan and all. Should work for 30-40 years so that the country stands on its own. Every nation, India also. Now it is standing on its own, but every time it's uncertainty. Which pandemic come, what time, we don't know. So always the national per capita or all that should be looked into and managed. The entire country is doing, the department finance doing, but you and I also have to have an eye on that and see. In short, dhana balam is a good bala. Because with money you can buy so many things and all. Is it not now all that money is spent in India by for the sake of buying all arms and ammunition? नहीं तो अभी तक कभी चाइना अटैक करके सत्यानाश कर देता. They are afraid because we have the modern equipments regularly importing indigenous also. See, Tejas we are supplying to few countries they have ordered. We are able to do with the dhana balam. Taxes are taken but used in this way for the protection of nation. In many other ways we can. So धन का हमेशा ख्याल रखना. Except a sannyasi, everybody else should have to have an eye on wealth and its position. Continuously manage, monitor करना. Remember that. धनबलम is third one. Fourth one, यत्पस्य सहज यत्तु अस्य सहजं राजन् पितृपैतामहं बलम् अभिजातबलं नाम तच्चतुर्थं बलं स्मृतं. The fourth bala is the abhijatosi Pandava. The bala belonging to bala coming to us because we belong to the Pitrupitamaha. It's called Kula Balam, Vamsha Balam, the Gotra Balam. Is it not? It's so beautiful. That Rishi started a Vamsha, to that Vamsha we belong. And they have got this set of rules and etc. Following which individually we are integrated, mutually we are integrated, and we are powerful enough to do whatever works we do and get the benefits of it. इस तरह से ये सारा कुला bala we can talk about. Vamsha balam. Mainly the parents and all. Pitru paitamaham balam. Avijata balam कहते हैं उसको. This is the fourth one. And the only thing, if you ask, really protects us is our own this Pitrupitamaha Bala only, that we belong to them and therefore we have to live a life dignified. And anybody destroyed himself in this world is only one reason, they don't belong to the past. Therefore, in this one particular thing, our Sanatana Dharma exceeds everybody else. We are long standing cultural balam, Pitrupitamaha Rishimuni Bala. Therefore, all that continuously protects us within without. There are so many other countries around. कोई background है ही नहीं, अब वो क्या करेगा वो? They have to indigenously think or they have to copy somebody else. You and I know, we know our rishis, munis, guris culture. We know how they lived their outer life, inner life. We know what they made as goal and how they reached it. तो हमको इतना बढ़िया सा बल मिल रहा है. So first one, Sharira Balam. Second is Mantri Balam. Third is Dhana Balam. Fourth is Abhijata Balam, means belonging. Abhijana means the birth to which Kula you belong, to which family Vamsha we belong. Pitru Pitamaha Balam. The fifth is important. What is fifth one? Yena tu etani sarvani sanguritani Bharata. One essence of all these four, which brings all these four to use, which integrates all these four. And yet balanam balam and shreshtam is the strength of all strengths and the best of all strength is that prajna balam uchyate. That's called a prajna balam. The prajna balam is the strength of knowledge. Surpasses all. Real strength is knowledge only. Jnana devata jnanam eva balam. Knowledge is the irresistible strength. Puja Gurudev writes in the beginning only. All his texts like self-unfoldment, etc. In the very first para, he starts knowledge, the irresistible strength. Prajna balam sabse jada. Okay, prajna hai, then you learn the health, then he himself will start a kula, he will make the mantris, and he knows the art of making his physical strength also. So prajna balam hona chahiye. Now it's a big subject it is, I will not detailedly explain to you. Only this much is, on the basis of scriptures, the thoughtful, convinced knowledge. On the basis of scripture, thoughtful, convinced knowledge. This is called as Rutam. Tomorrow we are going to see that. Not day after tomorrow. Rutam. Rutam cha swadhyaya pravachane, which came in the Rutam first mantra itself. So the Shastra authorized thoughtful knowledge and conviction is prajna. Badhiya rehta if you get that prajna everywhere. For the Vyavahara also we have the prajna because Varnashrama Dharma, our scriptures have taught us. According to that we are doing. For maintenance of our Panchakosha also, we have learned the prajna from our Shastras. We have got it. Each one kosha, samasthyam, body, made of Panchamahuta, given temporarily, goes away one day, has its own prarabdha, is an attachment for me. I should not be slave to that. It is be used for sadhana at the same time, should protect it also. See, the upadhi ka prajna humko hai. So what is mana? What are the indriyas? What is buddhi? We have all the prajna of our given to us by Shastra. Finally, as a ultimate goal, I from transcending from all the individual upadhi or any upadhi, I should know the truth. Prajnanam Brahma में मुझे पहुंचना है. That also prajna. That is the balam. When I know my goal that way, when I know all the upadhis, when I know my limitations in the world, how beautiful that life would be. That is why it's called as balanam sreshtam. Prajna balam uchyate. Okay. In this way, these four slokas spoke about these five strengths. What are they? Physical strength, the mantri strength, the dhana strength, the pitrupitama strength, then prajna balam. शारीरिक बलम मंत्री बलम धन बलम जन्म बलम all the पितृपितामह then this प्रज्ञा बलम जन्म बलम because पेरेंट्स का नाम लेके बहुत सारे काम होते हैं आजकल if you belong to a good family and all this रईस ज़्यादों के बच्चे या एमएलए मिनिस्टर के बच्चे every नौटंकी they do because that is पितृपितामह बलम that is misusing they should not do it positively it can be used as an inspiration. I belong to such a parents that I also must contribute. Mister. Like almost every children of the army, many of them, if not every, they also feel like patriotic, like their parents and want to contribute to the nation. बढ़िया है उनका उनको क्या है ना वो पितृपितामह बल है हमको भी ये करना है ओके महते योपकाराय नरस्य प्रभवेत् नरः तेन वैरं समासज्य दुरस्तोऽस्मीति नाश्वसीत्सेतु means what? Very typical question sloka it is. Suddenly it came. There is somebody is very strong and he is a staunch enemy to you. And you keep him very next to you and you are careless. This is wrong. Exactly India and China का बात. प्रबल शत्रु है वो और हमसे स्ट्रांग है और बगल में ही चौकन्ना हमेशा रहना पड़ेगा सी yesterday already their movement in that controversial place between India and China they have increased it ये नालायक लोगों को ही हजम नहीं होता खाना निरंतर दे आर इन सम कंट्री आर दे किसी के ऊपर गिरना है उनको रुलाना है I don't know how our army is responding into that zone, the undisputed land में they are increasing their strength again. Latest news. कल सुबह का है, कल शाम का है कभी. So बलवान शत्रु बगल में है, you are careless. No good. Be अप्रमत्त, always alert. Try to manage yourself to protect from him and empower yourself. Strengthen yourself. That's what our country is doing. So the reason behind this Agnipatha and procuring so many ammunition and making them indigenously, because a big threat this fellow is. Terrible threat it is. If you are strong, at least they will be keeping quiet. Raj ki baat. Even in life also, we have to be careful about who are the Shatru Mitra and all. Then Strishu Rajashu Sarpeshu Swadhyaya Prabhu Shatrushu Bhogeshvaishi Vishwasam Kapragnaha Kartumarati. Who is the intelligent fellow does Vishwasa on these 5-6 things. Strishu, women means in the mind. Tomorrow we'll see that. Rajasu in the king, he can remove anybody and place anyone. Sarpeshu, ऐसा लगता है कि खड़ा है. Suddenly it will do so you. Then Swadhyaya Prabhu, the one who has thoroughly studied Shastra, उनसे पंगा नहीं लेना. Shatrushu, the true enemies. Bhogeshu, indulgences. Ayushi, how long we live. How can we have faith on these 5-6 things? You cannot trust. Anytime anything can happen. It has some more thing to convey. See it tomorrow. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you. इतना काफी बस. Be